I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on the Gourd circle Christmas ornaments, and we're going to be doing different videos on showing you different ones, but we're starting out with the basics to show you what we're starting with. And we're going to take our circular saw and cut our pieces out of our gourd and then sand them down nice and flat on the back as well as we can. And what we decided to do, since a lot of you have a harder time making these, we've also done kits for you that are going to be available on my site. We're going to have a blue kit, and then we're also going to have a black kit for you as well. And what I used was leather pieces, leather strip, and leather backing, just so you can have a nice, crisp, clean ornament. And I'll explain the different materials as we're doing it as well, so if you have them at home that you can use your own. So let's get started. We're going to show you how to do the basic twice melted Christmas ornament. What's really great is you can change the colors. Every time you do one, the design's going to be different. So you could do this all day long and have a different design each time. I'm going to be using what we refer to as the Miriam Joy stipple brush. We make these inexpensive enough that you can get one for each color, so you don't have to worry about getting the wax out. You could use your tool, but it's so much harder and it's so much easier with the brush. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 2.5 gourd shard, 2.5 inch gourd shard, and I'm going to warm it up a little bit. What this does is make the wax go on so much easier. And as you can see, I'm using a heat gun and I've got it on a plant hanger, so it's easier for me to control than picking up and setting it down. I'm going to be using my green crayon to do just a design here. We're just going to put a little bit on, and while my green is still wet, I'm going to put a little bit of green glitter on it to give it that extra little sparkle. These are the kind of ornaments that are really fun for the glitter crayons, the metallic crayons, and I am going to be using some of that. You want to have a contrast in colors. If you have all dark colors or all light colors, it doesn't show off the design really well. This, of course, is my most favorite dandelion yellow. And we're going to put that on, and then I'm going to put some tinsel glitter on that as well. You see I picked up the green. If you're going to use a lighter color like that, sometimes it's best to start out with that. Now the tinsel glitter is a lot of fun, and it is kind of a long glitter. I'm going to warm this up just a little bit, just enough to put a little bit more in. But when you're doing these Christmas ornaments, don't use just the metallic and the glitter. Always use a basic crayon, because those are your real good strong colors and your brightness that comes through. So you want to make sure that you have at least one or more of those colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a glitter red. And you can see the glitter in it. The nice thing about the glitter or the metallic colors is it's distributed evenly among the colors. Now you can see how by heating that up, it's kind of gone on nice and smooth. If you do the tool, it wouldn't go on that smooth. And how fast these go together. So we're going to take it over here and we're going to heat this up now, and we're going to just swirl our colors a little bit. But we're going to heat our tool as well, because this is cold, and if you apply it to the warm wax, your wax isn't going to want to move around. So again, I'm going to start on the outside because it takes the longest to heat on the outside. And then we're going to start warming up our tool. Warming up our piece. Now you can see it start to get kind of liquid. And once it's liquid, if your wax separates, then it's not cold enough. And I'm wiping my tool off in between. And you can blow it sideways to do it. You can move it around, run it down a little bit. There's all kinds of ways that you can play with this. And I'm going to leave that one just like that. And you can see how different this one is even from this one. Let's do one more line. Let me run one more line. I use my bigger end here, and we're going to get bigger lines. Get that liquid again. Don't get it so close that it's running away. See how that changed that? And I'm going to just do a couple on the bottom. Isn't that amazing how that changed so fast? If you don't like it, pick it up, wipe it off, start all over. But those are so fun and so simple. And then I'm going to get ready. I'm going to let this cool off, and we're going to come back and we're going to finish it up. Now that our wax is cool, we're going to take our hobby knife and we're going to take off any wax on the sides. Remove all of that. Now it's going to be stained, so you're still going to be some color, so don't worry about that. We just want the wax off. Hopefully if you did it right, you shouldn't have a bunch of wax on there. Remember, if you don't like what you have and you melted it, just wipe it off and start all over. We're going to apply our Dimensional Magic. You can use a 3D lacquer on this, but I like the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit more durable over time. I like the 3D lacquer more for the Christmas bulbs. I think it's a little bit thinner. The first thing I want to do that most of you might not know is kind of a trick that I have used for a long time. I take my brush and I wet it. And then I dry it out. There's a couple of reasons that we do that. Now it's more pliable. It's not hard and stiff. But not only that, is the Mod Podge doesn't have to absorb all the way in now, and it just works better. So I do that with a lot of things when I'm doing certain things. So it may be something to help you remember. Now, Mod Podge is made to go on jewelry and be nice and thick, and our gourds are always uneven, so we've got to apply it on with a brush, not just put it on and leave it. So the first thing I do is go around the edges, and I take my brush and I throw it at you, and we're going to get it up against the edges. Now you're not really pushing down, you're just spreading with your brush. Doing that nice and even all the way around. And wipe off anything that gets onto the edges. You want to keep those nice and clear. And then we're going to come back and we're going to pour more of that. Now if we did it like you normally would and just fill it in, it would run off. I think I need just a tad bit more. So what we're actually doing with our brush, and you want a brush that is not coarse, you're just kind of moving it around and applying it more evenly to the piece. You shouldn't be able to see your brush strokes. If you can see your brush strokes, you don't have it on thick enough, and you do not want to over apply it. Once you put it on, you should just be able to see them kind of settle down. And I'd like to do 2 to 3 coats, and I'm going to set it on my dry board to dry. We do have dry boards in stock now. Clean off my Dimensional Magic and put that away.
Yes, it's a very fit. Yes, I will not act see, my research, wasn't it? Or still, I'm just better than my guests. Or sit this name, it'll me. Why, the wolf, I reckon, not smells. Each hours, able was the eight. The clear, that's near the foul, they'll run it. Zee, wish now when we shed. See, for the last, so we starting it out when we need must sell us. East earth, the Zatush, Hills, Miriam, some Miriam felt off in it. Love and all not around it. Stand on, yeah, really. You're for that. The girl that is before salt in it. Her side feeder, dibble the second. Here was your flugly fluffing it. And the sound yellow scope like it's on the set. Now, then he's up and access of the sound without fine. And I wish not see. Ma, it's the night, I looks the line. Machine vanaf was dat zo dat heel wie nog maar van de sound dat je bedoelt dus dan weer weer op de maar nou we lachen en maar nog maar we lachen heel مساحة زي this to night نخويني alright that's done nou we zijn er maar we're sluggish now we're right. No, en je hebt weer de world niet ook. Maar oké, dat ik gewoon er. Nou, soms dat is nou heel great. Dat wil mij heel random. Alright, en dan deel we wel. Als je in huis zit, dan zeg je ja, stel je doet maar gewoon je nieuw, de meer snel. Dat weet je. Nee, maar dat zijn we maar niet goed. Alright, en dan mag ik. Nee, fijn. Zelf me zie. Dat het er zelf me. Nee, mooi is het. Dat zal ook als nou weer roos de niet zo veel zeggen. Nee. Het staat ja, net zelf. En er staat. Mooi stuk en dan weer eventjes nou die. En niet echt doen. Frühstück ist dann mal nein, die Fach, aber nur der Rotsch, der ich auch so, das war mir nur Hamburg, und nein, das ist noch hoch herum, ist ich. Ja, ja, auf jede Lippe zum Ebel, was ist ich geht, sie zahl. Maar dat is de eerste, dat is sure, no. Eerste, dat wordt toch veel in de zero line. Stil, die haast, de laatste is nee, dan ben ik in half, we gaan op salams. Ja, ook champagne, dan ben ik stammes, even met gewoon even zeg je. Ja, hoor je meneer, je laat zien, en ja, dan is er meer wie ben ik. Alright, wel dan ben ik. Ja, we gaan met er meer wie, ben ik, dan ben ik in de era. Right, well, yeah, we wish now on stash the other way out. So, and I'm like, alright, so this little lamp, yes, and I'm like, I'm gonna be in San Lots, those Skype, that's the and our physical now we just, and we in zero again. I bless and what you see, bro, alright, so, and we touched it, but our dit nou weer net. Oh, ja, zo, maar dan maar weer, maar we gaan me pijlen ervoor. Zo het nou, oh, ja, nee. Ah, dat is wat weer maar dan nee. Maar wel, ja, dat is ja, nou dat. Hoe is nou weer? Mijn. No, I'm sure that we're off my day. We're gonna go midnight. Ja, det var really rinses. Ja, zie nee, ja, we read the mind. You're saying number one. Yes, we were on the list. Or five. It was no we must need each little lamp making it. Hey, number five. And if the ham is the cash to rob. Hey, and he's the man to serve for him. Maar zie je dat? Maar ja, en dan was right there. hier some circle. That's what's almost got that. And I kind of said, yeah, it's there. We should right. And then when follow all that, they're gonna have. Ja, så det er nothing. I said a little. Bring the said the fong at there, and it's never bring it for you. Yeah, that's no man. Yeah, I that one. It was. Oh, is the old I painted like oh, what was it? So there's no, and all the such pile with boomer and a group. Why? My little night. Nej, jeg magter ikke kald at faktisk nogen så jeg tror det nej den nogen weird ja, ik was dat kald zit niet dus niet precies bij de lava maar die viel wijn nou zie bij de lamp of en dan was ik dus nee het is niet zo maar er nee maar geen nee the wolf are fast wash and I do either crabs net swahty verlach maar crab air because it had pillar for how the such that er we now from it hurry and I'm gonna go I'm one name run I'd be with I know yes but one I lost suiting with the girl was there feelers is not much name didn't oh some was said feelers isn't it look as your feelers is now shift lord more for the he's now so for the feelers these sis now worry yeah is not much name